So hey, what's up guys, this is AK, and you are watching my YouTube channel AKM. So guys, welcome back to a brand new tips and tricks video. So guys, let me ask you something. Have you ever knocked one enemy at mid-range, then immediately tried to transfer your spray to the second enemy, only to completely lose control of your scope? Your crosshair starts flying everywhere, your recoil goes crazy, and somehow you end up missing a player who is standing right in front of you. If this happens to you, don't worry, because the problem is probably not your sensitivity or your device. The real problem is that you don't understand aim transfer. Today I am going to explain exactly what aim transfer is, why it is one of the most important skills for winning mid-range fights in PUBG Mobile, and I will give you 5 practical tips that will help you improve your accuracy much faster. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to practice every single day. So if you are ready, let's get started. First of all, what is aim transfer? Aim transfer simply means moving your aim smoothly from one target to another while you are aiming down sights. Imagine you are using a 3x scope with an M416. You knock the first enemy, then another player appears a few meters to the side. Instead of stopping your spray and resetting your aim, you smoothly drag your scope to the second player while controlling your recoil. That smooth movement is called aim transfer. Professional players make it look easy, but the reason they do it so well is because they have practiced it for hundreds of hours. The good news is that you can improve this skill much faster if you train the right way. Tip number 1. The first tip is to stop rushing your scope movement. One of the biggest mistakes players make is trying to move their scope as fast as possible. They see another enemy and instantly swipe across the screen with all their strength. The result is that the crosshair goes past the target, then they drag it back, then it goes past again. It becomes a battle between the player and their own scope. Instead, think of your scope like the steering wheel of a car. You don't suddenly turn the wheel all the way while driving down the road. You make smooth and controlled adjustments. Your scope should move exactly the same way. Slow is smooth, and smooth eventually becomes fast. Tip number 2. The second tip is to practice transferring between nearby targets before practicing longer transfers. Many players make training harder than it needs to be. They try transferring between targets that are extremely far apart, then wonder why they keep missing. Start with 2 targets that are standing close together in the training ground. Spray the first target, then smoothly drag your scope onto the second target without stopping your spray. Once that starts feeling comfortable, increase the distance little by little. Just like lifting weights in the gym, you don't start with the heaviest weight on your first day. Your aim deserves the same respect. The third tip is to keep spraying during the transfer. This is one of the biggest differences between average players and experienced players. Most players knock one enemy, stop shooting, move their scope, then start spraying again. In real matches, that tiny delay can be enough for the second enemy to get behind cover or knock you first. Instead, practice keeping your spray continuous while transferring your scope. At first it might feel uncomfortable, and your accuracy may even get worse for a few days. That is completely normal. Every good habit feels awkward before it becomes natural. Tip number 4. The fourth tip is to combine recoil control with your scope movement. Many players only focus on moving their scope sideways. Forget that recoil is constantly pulling the weapon upward. If you only drag left or right, your bullets will slowly climb over the enemy's head. The correct technique is to move your scope sideways while gently controlling the downward recoil at the same time. Think of it as drawing a smooth diagonal line instead of a straight line. Once you understand this concept, your mid-range sprays will immediately become much more consistent. Tip number 5. The fifth and most important tip is to practice with a purpose instead of randomly shooting targets. Spending 30 minutes in the training ground without a plan is not real practice. A much better routine is to spend 10 focused minutes working only on scope aim transfer. Pick 3 targets. Spray the first one, smoothly transfer to the second, then transfer to the third without resetting your aim. Repeat this drill over and over while paying attention to how smooth your movement feels. Don't worry about looking flashy. Worry about being consistent. Consistency is what wins matches, not lucky sprays. At the end of the day, remember that improving your scope aim transfer is not about finding a magical sensitivity or copying the controls of your favorite YouTuber. It is about building the right habits through consistent practice. Every smooth transfer you make in the training ground becomes another fight you are more likely to win in a real match. The next time you see two enemies standing together at mid-range, instead of panicking, you will confidently transfer your spray from one player to the next and secure both eliminations. So guys, that was all for today's video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more PUBG Mobile tips, aiming guides, movement tutorials, and practical training drills that will help you improve faster. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.